Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Japan Toys. This time we're going to be going back and having a look at some more arms change figures from Gaim. And we're going to have a look at Ryugen, Crazy Michi. Everybody knows him, everybody hates him. But let's see the figure and if he's any good. Is he worth you grabbing? If he's still available to be grabbed in places or something. I don't know. Let's have a look and see if he's any good and worth picking up at the very least, shall we? We will. So we'll start the video with Ryugen's basic body. I like it. It's green, it's gold, it's very Chinese designed and themed, which I like. It's cool, it's different. I like on the forearms we have little images, on the side of the thighs we've got the same pattern, and as well as on the little cloth bit around his groin as well, we've got a little pattern as well. It all adds together to make a really cohesive looking base body. Very appealing, very nice and very dynamic. I think probably one of the better looking bodies overall. Around the back, obviously, you're going to have the same stuff as you do before. We have a bit of a gap in the butt and the thigh, which is always a bit of a shame, but what are you going to do? And we have all the screws in the back. And for those that do not know, we have the big slice in the head for the arms change gimmick, so don't worry about that. The actual head design I really like. They've got a lot of the main paint apps. Maybe could do with a few more here and there, but overall, very good. So we have the three basic body types here with differences here in the chest, in the legs, and around the groin, obviously, for Ryugen at least. They all pretty much have similar articulation. I forget to show the waist joint, but it's there, so trust me on this. The head also is on a ball joint, so it wobbles around. The arms go out this far. They also can go all the way around and bend 90 degrees at the elbow. Bicep swivel, as you would imagine. Wrist and fingers move, 2 points for the fingers. Legs 90-degree bend at the knee. Ball joint in the ankle there. Thigh swivel, which breaks up that lovely pattern, unfortunately. The legs go out this far, and they go back and forward. Surprisingly, they can go a good distance. I would have thought this plastic would completely stop it, but no, you get a good amount. I think this is due to just this plastic being a little bit bendy. I'd be a bit worried about it, but for the most part, it still does the job fairly well. He can still move like you would believe, you know, a Kamen Rider to move. But it's time to budo it up and add his arms change thingy. There we go, now we have Ryugen with his budo armor. And it's looking pretty good. I like the color combination of the two things. They go together really nicely. Really successful little combination. I love the shoulder pads, and they have this extra little detail on here. Again, very Chinese warrior soldier themed. He does have a bit of a backpack here and a bit of a gap, but I'd prefer it in the back here than in the chest, which he barely has. It sits real close to the chest, as well as the shoulder pads do. And we have the helmet there, which is really well styled. And it's apparently a Show Ryumen, I think it's called. And unfortunately, the back of the budo arms is a bit bare and doesn't have much paint on. But again, it's understandable considering the price of the toy. Yeah, overall, the shoulder pads work well because they're on these two hinge joints here, so they can move up and down really easily. And this means, at the very least, that he can move his arms and keep his shoulder pads also nice and close to him, which is a nice little feature. They're never too far away from his shoulders, which is good. And he has his weapon here, the Budo Ryuho, which is this nifty little grape gun. It could do with a lot more paint apps, but again, it's whatever. It'd be nice if these holes were cut as well, which I could do. All the detail is here, and it does look real good. It just needs that paint, it needs that extra love and care, which I can't give it, because I'm too scared to try. I don't want to wreck my toy. But, you know, it's got the detail there, so for those who have the customized potential, it'll be great. He can hold it in his hand, obviously. It can be a little bit fiddly sometimes to get it in there and sit properly, just because of the shape of it. The swords have a much thinner handle, while the gun seems to have a much more thicker grip. But he's holding it okay, right there and then. He can't obviously put his fingers through the trigger slot, but again, that's not too much trouble, I suppose. At least not for me, anyway. And it'd be hard to get him to pose with it, you know, to do his finisher with the gun. But again, whatever. You can still get him to do a lot of cool poses and whatnot. So that's good. There you go. There's Michi ready to shoot some dudes. So Ryugen, is he worth grabbing? Well, I really like this line. I like the colour. I like the new body since this was the first release of this body. I don't think it's been used that often. I know it's getting the premium treatment, and I think it may have been used for the Peach energy, but apart from that, I don't think it's had much looking at all, so it's a good reason to get it at the very least. The Budo arms is, again, a good little arm set, and overall it's a really good compilation. The colours work well, the articulation as ever is fine. He's a good figure, and he's a main character for the show, so he's definitely worth a look in, I would say, at the very least. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it's been okay. I will catch you in the future for hopefully more fruity action. Catch you later, guys.
Irritating, shall we say. It likes to pop every now and then, like that. I don't know why it took so many to make it pop there, but ooh. Doing this review, this has popped out so many times, it's been really frustrating. And I like the fact that, you know, a little tiny wings, but with a little gun on. I think that's nice. With the wings, you have nice Venom logo and an extra gun. And I like how the wheels become almost propeller-ish in my eyes. I like to think of these, that spin around.